The NFL now has NFTs of each and every team. What team are you going to buy? I'm looking for the Redskins. I just can't find it. This is Around the Blockchain. The Commanders. What the hell's that mean? Anyways, welcome to Around the Blockchain, everybody. This is going to be a fantastic episode. We got 3 phenomenal guests, including a first-timer, at least with me. All right, on the green square, we have Crypto Lifer, looking sharp as always. Lifer, I'm going to raid your closet. I think people are going to start seeing me in some Lifer suits.
Yo, step it up, man. We can go shopping together, you know.
You just said step it up. Now I have to. Also on today, I just missed him in not ETH Denver. I just missed him at Rare Evo in Denver. Doug, I didn't know you were there. Had I known, we should have linked up for sure. Doug, how are you doing?
I don't know how you miss me, DZ. You know what I'm saying? I'm in all the right places, know all the right people. Now I'm finally here, though, DZ. You've been on my list of people to get in with, baby. So let's go. I'm ready to rock and roll.
All right. What's your height?
So, I'm sitting out here on my porch overlooking Aspen, Colorado, and I'm usually about 6 feet tall without my loafers on.
I should have saw you. So that means 5'11". I'm kidding. Doug, thank you for joining today. Also on today, we have Rice TVX. Rice with the scarf on. Rice, is there any message underneath this?
I'm choosing sides, man. I'm choosing America, and at the same time, this is my anti-surveillance gear, and also protecting myself from contagions that may be spreading.
Oh, so that's not an endorsement for Liberty Safes?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. 1 point then.
But it is an endorsement for freedom.
All right. What are your thoughts on Liberty Safe?
No thoughts.
No thoughts. Lifer, what are your thoughts on Liberty Safe? We'll get to crypto in a second, everybody.
I didn't know that was a real question.
It's kind of sad. You know what I mean? You'd think your safe would be your safe. But, I mean, like my dad said, man, we're peasants in this world. You know what I mean? Unless you got unless you're the Cargill family, you know what I mean?
Own nothing.
You'll be happy.
You'll be happy.
You're just serfs in this pyramid, you know?
All right. I never thought about it. Yeah.
It's more like unsafe.
Yeah. Safe's in the word. It should have been safe. Total fail. All right. Well, let's talk about the ETH hack, everybody. A little switching gears here. Could possibly be the biggest phishing attempt from any single individual. This just happened yesterday. Security firm Kaspersky, they showed a crypto whale lost $25 million worth of staked Ether, 24.23, 4,800 plus 9,500 ETH staked in 2 different derivatives protocols right there. And then Scam Sniffer revealed that they gave token approval. This is how he lost $25 million, folks. We want you to avoid this. It looks like he gave token approval by signing an increase allowance transaction. So his MetaMask popped up and said increase allowance. He gave it permission. They said, the firm Scam Sniffer saying is the largest amount ever stolen from a single victim. Now, a lot of people are wondering, what is the person going to do? It looks like there was a message. I'm going to pull that up in a little bit. This is breaking news. I don't know if this is real or not. I'll show that in a little bit. Now, Lifer, this feels like it'd be pretty painful. I can only imagine what they're going through. We don't know other amounts of crypto they have, but $25 million is no small amount. How could they avoid? What is your number one tip? So the viewers watching at home, the lifers, the Chainiacs, what's the number one tip you could give them so they can avoid a similar fate?
A lot of times this does happen on MetaMask. I see this a lot, and through email. One thing I can tell people, my mom got hacked last summer, right, for her Bitcoins. And she bought almost a whole Bitcoin at 11,000. I feel horrible. And I even asked her, I said, I'm the crypto lifer, Mom. Why didn't you call me? Like, how was the guy? How are you? And it's a long story. I'm not getting into how it happened, but the idea is no one's trying to help you. Like, the number one rule is no one's trying to help you. Like, nobody is like the cable company is not trying to help you. You're not getting an email from MetaMask to tell you that it's time because they're doing some KYC now. That's an email that's been going on. You'll get check your MetaMask, and they'll be like, and then you'll realize I never gave MetaMask my email address. Like, I don't have to give my email address to make a MetaMask wallet, but people don't think that. They just click the thing. Next thing you know, no one is trying to help you. No email is there for you. If you don't reach out, so like if you get called from some type of customer service center, we're here to help. No, you call the cable company. You reach out when you have when you're troubleshooting. If someone's reaching out to you, it's a scam, man. And maybe 1 out of a million times it isn't. Who cares? Miss the call. go, you know, because my mom, like, they came to her, oh, we need to help you with your Comcast. And then they used a fake Comcast website. It was pretty elaborate. And, you know, why she went into the Coinbase account at one point was insane, but he had total control of her computer. So, you know, and this guy, 25 million, I'd be so depressed. I hope he's like a huge whale that has like, you know, 100 million in real estate, 25 million in cash and gold. And that this was something he was playing around with, but you never know. It could have been someone's entire life savings. So it's devastating. It's horrible. On MetaMask, do not sign things. That's the one thing too. It'll come up. Yeah. It almost happened to me recently. I have an Astrobot. It's $3,000 Astrobot, which gives you lifetime access to token metrics. It's a great little NFT. And someone I know close to me was like, oh, go here and you can, I think it was like an Arbitrum airdrop or something. Like, forget airdrops. If you didn't use the thing at the beginning, don't go click any link on Twitter. Just, you know, go to bed when you're late at night and you're starting to turn off the computer. Like, don't be up late at night because you'll make stupid decisions. Like, and when you're sending crypto, send a small amount first. You know, like that's a little off topic, but it's still send a small amount first. Yeah. That way, if it was a scam or it's a problem, you only lose a little bit. Yep. You know, you don't send 10 grand somewhere and say, oh my God, you know?
Yeah. If not sure, the little test amount, looks like we have, that Boston accident, LFG. Then they said, no, accident. I thought they meant that terrible tragedy at the marathon.
Hanging out with my neighbors.
We got some Boston, Boston fans. Yes. All right, now let's share this note. Now, I'm not confirming this is real. This is just, a screenshot a couple hours old from Twitter. Hi, scammer. You've stolen my ETH, which is worth $25 million or ETH equivalent here. No, 15. That's going to be closer to 15 mil. You have until Sunday morning, 25 mil, to return 90% to me, or I consider you a criminal. Pursue you any way available to me or the community. You can keep up to 10%, or I pursue criminal action. We skip ahead here. We know your exchange accounts. We will find your name and address. I hope you still have funds ready to run. Else, I guess your government will look unkindly on your criminal activities. They are not known for being lenient on crime. Rice TVX. This is looking like maybe there's some information. This smells real to me. Real to me. I kind of think this is a real note. How do you think this plays out if this is real? Are they going to give back that 10% or 90%?
I mean, that's a really good question because I don't know how well these hackers covered their tracks. I mean, I don't know if they have a KYC address and that's what they're sending to. I don't know if they're just not very smart scammers. If they've covered their tracks well, I probably really wouldn't be taking this very seriously. But one, the whole crypto ethos, one of the first things that I learned when I got involved in crypto was don't trust, verify.
Yep.
So why didn't this individual verify things before they blindly trusted? They made a mistake and now they're boohooing and crying about it. Now, I get that someone took advantage of someone, but all of us in crypto know, just like Lifer said, I'm getting emails from airdrops. I'm getting emails from a supposed MetaMask. Now, sometimes if you just want to go and look at the address that's sending it, it doesn't even match up. 9 times out of 10. So if you just do a little bit of fact checking on your end, a little bit of verification on your end, you could save yourself a lot of trouble. This also shows, again, how early we are to crypto. And one of the things that I had the mentality of is people need to make mistakes in crypto so that they understand that you got to put your big boy, your big girl pants on and you got to handle your affairs and be your own bank. And it's sad that I'm even having to say that people have to make this mistake. But again, it just shows how early we are. And if this whale is really, truly a whale and not just somebody who holds a lot of cryptocurrency, he's not really a very smart individual because he got hacked. And he got hacked with a simple thing that he could have verified, but trusted blindly. So he's just butthurt. He's crying. And it sucks. It does suck. But it's obviously, unless he gets law enforcement involved, I don't see like any real true anything happening to this individual unless they just happen to be like a special needs scammer and they have their KYC information where they're sending the stolen funds to, which would just be idiotic. And that person would definitely need to be caught because stupid people need to be put in jail.
For sure. All right, now, Doug Hype. Oh, wow, I almost spilled my water everywhere. Doug, there's a lot of money, at stake here, $25 million. Rice kind of paint a similar picture that I feel as well. This would be a little bit embarrassing. The person can't feel good about it. A lot of people are going to point fingers at him, call him an idiot, say you're dumb, you shouldn't have signed that transaction. A lot of criticism is going to be levied his way. Given that, do you think that we'll ever see the identity of this whale, or will they be too embarrassed to ever reveal themselves?
Well, we learn fast in Web3 in crypto, right? We're learning Make sure you have a ledger. If you have over like 1K, you better have that in a ledger, baby. And also you need to build relationships, right? So this guy obviously is somebody who seems like he's not doxxed. He's not out here building relationships. He can't go and just message like, one of the amazing people you have on this show, like that come on here, that they might build this relationship to say like, hey, here's somebody I kind of trust a little bit. Hey, what is this transaction going to look like? Is this safe? Should I do it? That's really the magic of business. And if you're not doing that, you're not a smart business person. So we're not really feeling totally sorry about this guy. Who knows? Maybe a government will step in and arrest, if they can find these people, KCY them, whatever it is. But, we learn really fast. It doesn't matter how much money you have or what you've done in your life. You still have a lot to learn. You got to be safe and you got to like make really good relationships and really be smart with your liquidity.
All right. Doug, he cool from Burke. All right. Flip a Frank. Do you like riffraff, Doug?
Oh yeah, baby. Let's go. Let's play it.
Hey, let's get the braids going, man. You might have something going on there. All right, let's talk a little NFL. Are you ready for some football? And then we got demonetized. All right, Lifer, I believe you're a fan. I know Hype is a fan. Hit the like button if you like the NFL. Type in the chat. What is your favorite team? We're going to see what team wins. Is it going to be the Cowboys? Is it going to be the Patriots? Who's it going to be? Probably not going to be the Panthers. All right, well, the Lions and the Chiefs are kicking off the NFL today, but Reddit is also kicking off some NFL NFTs. There's going to be 500 for every single team. Looks like they cost $25 right now. And it's going to be for the Reddit snoo. It'll be your digital collectible for your avatar. Remember, they don't call it NFTs over there in Reddit land. This is to commemorate, just kicking off for today. And capped, like I said, at 500 per team. As of writing, this is still going to be updating. So, this is going off about an hour and a half ago. The number one team, I'm reading your chat right now. Looks like Cowboys, might be Chiefs, a lot of Chiefs fans. The number one team being bought on by the Reddit NFTs here, it is the New England Patriots. Cheating, Deflategate isn't stopping them. Followed by the Chiefs, a lot of Chiefs fans, and then followed by the Eagles. Eagles coming in at number 3. Last place, it was a tie. I'm sorry, fans of these two teams. Indianapolis Colts and the Carolina Panthers coming in at last place right there. Now, this is going to update, and they haven't been sold out when I look. So if you want to get one, it might go down, folks. I don't think it goes below $10. So at worst, you're going to support your team and, maybe get a cool little Reddit avatar if you're on there a lot. All right. Well, Crypto Lifer, I don't, we heard the Boston accent. I know you like Larry Bird. That's the Boston Celtics. Who are you picking? Are you picking the Patriots? And what about their old cheating scandal? If you are picking them.
To win the Super Bowl this year? Or is it
No. If you're picking one NFT, you can only buy one of these Reddit NFTs.
Yeah,
what team are you going to go with?
Yeah, of course, man. It's the Patriots, man. I'm watching the Patriots since they sucked and I was a little kid and they had a crappy little stadium that no one went to, man.
Somewhere Drew Bledsoe is wiping a tear.
So much. Yeah, everyone likes to blow us up because we won so much. But you have to remember, like, I cried with my dad my whole entire childhood. Like all of Boston sports was horrible, man. Like, then I became, hit my 20s and we got Tom Brady and everything changed and Red Sox broke the curse. And it just, so much stuff happened and it's been an amazing, it's like Sports Town USA, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce. I have Boston sports in my blood. So many games I was watching, I thought it was a wrap. And I lived in New York for 20 years and my good friends would always throw a Super Bowl party in New York. And I was the only dude who was a fan and they hated me because we were almost always in the Super Bowl. So every year I'd be like, oh, you guys are the Super Bowl again. And I would wear a Patriots helmet. Hold on. I would wear this crazy Patriots helmet every time Tom Brady got on. I would wear this helmet because I wanted to feel like Tom Brady felt like. And then when he got off, I would take it off, and I was like into the game, like a serious, insane Boston sports fan all the way. So yeah, Patriots all day, man. I had to just go crazy for the audience here today, but I love the Patriots, man. And so many games I thought we were going to lose, and Brady got us out of that. And I'll be honest, to this day, like I wouldn't be the man I was today and believe in myself the way I do if I didn't, like, those games changed my life. And I know it's just sports, but so many times, like, I believed and we won games that no one else believed we were going to win. And that it made my mindset, no matter how down and out I was, no matter how bad things got, like I could still dig deep and win. in life. You know.
All right. Just like Tom Brady, except for FTX. That might have been a loss. That might have been an L.
Saddest thing about it. Yeah.
I was a Oilers fan, lifer, and then I don't know, elementary school. They left Houston, became
Warren
the Tennessee
Moon, right?
Titans.
Warren Moon?
Warren Moon. And so I just
dude,
quickly,
he was a man, dude.
the whole town, we felt betrayed by Bud Adams. So I quickly pivoted to the Cowboys because I didn't want to support the Titans after the owner stole it from our city. And I wasn't going to support the Texans. What a stupid name. All right. But
the Mike Vick era, me and you, man, that was great. You know?
Hey, shout out to Atlanta. But we love our dogs in Atlanta. Isn't that right? All right. Now, Doug, I'm looking, NFL, it's a powerhouse. It's one of the world's most successful nonprofits. Yeah, NFL's a nonprofit. Check it out. But these exactly aren't flying off the shelves. When I looked at one point, it had been open for an hour. Only 4 have been sold by the Panthers and the Colts there. What should Reddit and, the team that launched this, what should they have done differently?
Well, I think what we've learned, DZ, is that, we remember when Reddit launched their avatar collection that was actually NFTs, and they kind of it was a little bit of trickery. All of a sudden we saw just a massive amount of liquidity going into, the ecosystem here from Reddit, right? We thought, man, NFTs are back. They're here to stay. And then we realized it's really just because their avatars just sell out most of the time, right? Now the fact that this is not selling out and not going like crazy shows me that maybe now that they know it's NFT, they're not that into it. I'm not really sure. Look, man, DZ, I'm a classy guy. I go way back. I got my Green Bay Packer 1989 football right here, signed by Jeff Query, baby. You know what I'm saying? For all the fans out there of the Marmalade Mullets, let's bring them back. You know what I'm saying? We're going for the Green Bay Packer avatar. You're going to see it on my Reddit just because, I'm home team from day one. And but I think the people on Reddit and Web 2 was just a little bit turned off. They're just not that much into it. If Reddit can't sell out an avatar collection, bro, I don't know what we're going to do next. That was the big news that we had last year.
All right. Well, and your team was one more time.
So the Green Bay Packers, DZ, because you love my name dropping, I did.
Oh, go ahead.
DZ, you love my name dropping. So I got a name drop Christian Watson. I interviewed him 2 days ago from the Green Bay Packers. I'm just going to call right now. He's going to be an all-pro this year. He's going to get 13 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. You heard it here first, baby.
All right, Doug, I'm rooting for your fantasy team. I'm assuming you're playing fantasy this season. How many teams you got? 2?
I have
3?
13 fantasy teams,
13,
man.
Geez.
So many.
I hope you get a title in 10 of them. All right, now Rice. Let's talk about this is kind of flopping. They're not really flying off the shelves. It wasn't a quick sellout. What does an NFL NFT need? Does it need to be a ticketing thing? Does it need fan experiences? Does it need maybe a lottery system for Super Bowl tickets? What's missing the mark here?
I mean, those are all great questions, and I'm not really sure what the actual answer is, but I would definitely agree with what Doug said. I mean, the whole thing about NFTs has become very tainted. So, I mean, if they were to create some sort of whatever they're trying to create on a centralized platform and then move it to an NFT has been shown benefits and the things that people would get, it would make more sense. But just trying to think that they're taking advantage of old hype is just ridiculous. And, there's a lot of good points because NFL people that are really huge fans are collectors. And a lot of these collectors will collect anything, generally anything. And especially of their favorite
Tupperware,
team. And we're not seeing that, obviously. And it surprised me that the Carolina Panthers is one of the lowest ones. I was born in Northern Virginia, so right outside of D.C. And when I grew up in the early 80s, the Redskins, the team formerly known as the Redskins, they were very dominant. That's like the Joe Theismann days, John Riggins and stuff. And I cared about sports when I was younger, but I really can't put a lot of emphasis and put my own personal time into watching the games. And for people that do, I definitely respect them, but I still look at all this kind of stuff as being, just a play on what we experienced or what humanity experienced in the Roman times. And this is just the modern version of the Colosseum to keep us slaves distracted. And also it does cause a lot of issues of division too, because I've seen so many people getting fights over their football teams.
Yeah. Now,
so
Rice,
it's really people are very passionate when it comes to this, but it shows a lot when the sales aren't really taking off.
I 100% agree with your distraction narrative. That being said, you sitting in the Coliseum watching chariots race, I can't imagine anything more thrilling than that. You've seen Ben-Hur. That'd be pretty thrilling. I'd be about it. It'd keep me distracted. I'm just speaking plainly here.
Oh, yeah, I would be definitely distracted. I would love it.
I'd be drinking my mead and, yelling, like, yeah, sure, I'm starving
And
and
I
show my
have my
rib cage,
distractions.
but
I do
look,
have my distractions, so I'm not blaming other people for getting caught up in the circus.
imagine seeing someone, 5 dudes fight a lion. That'd probably be pretty cool. Anyways,
That
nothing.
would
We
be
don't
awesome.
support human beings fighting lions. Let's be clear here.
Bare knuckle fights are really nice to watch.
It's the same thing. Crypto Lifer is saying he does support lion taming. No, just with the chairs and the. Oh no. Well, guys, we see the Bitcoin pump. Let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. Let's see. We got a couple TA people. Lifer. I'll just pull up CoinGecko real here. Now, they're not very technical. We're just kind of looking at the 24-hour here. Yeah, we are pumping everybody. Looks like a nice little wick right there. If you look on the 7-day, just kind of zoom out a little bit. Looks even more vertical. So, Lifer, what's the next level? What are we looking at? Just real briefly here.
Let's take a real fast, quick look at it. I'm on the 5-second chart, kind of going crazy.
All right, we love the 5-second chart.
God. Yeah. Hold on one second. Let me get it.
Actually, I had to get into a discussion with Tim. I said the people don't want weekly candles every day. Sometimes they like that 5-minute, that 2-minute, that 3-minute.
Well, when it moves so fast, like honestly, I'm kind of jarred today because I'm sitting there eating breakfast with my wife this morning at a diner. I see this pump come up, and then I watch the 7-minute, and I ended up getting into, I believe, one of these flags. Let me see where I got to go back to the 7-minute to see it. But I ended up getting into the 7-minute on a nice trade, and I was up 28% and took the trade, and I sold it right here. See this is what's called a retest. It came back to a key area of resistance, of support, and it bounced. So I got in right here. I sold right there thinking it was great. I mean, now I'm looking at the trade, like I would have made so much more money. It would have been like a 280% trade. But next level, I'm going to delete everything because I'm on like the 5-second, and I'll just clear it out for you. And we'll look at like the 1-hour chart to give us something to look at. Good thing is we just broke this key level, right? That resistance. And there was a point of control there. And it was 20, remember, I don't know if you ever remember, but 25,900, we just could not get above. Another cool thing is we broke back above the 200 SMA. That's bullish. And look, there's a gap here in the VRVP, and we got above a big area. So it's looking like we could push all the way up to 27,000. Like this could be the beginning of a bigger rally. We'll have one more issue here at this little node, around 26.5 and 26,600 area. But this actually could start us on a really nice bigger move. I'd look left. I wouldn't chase this green candle.
If you got time, pull up the DXY because that's where we see the correlation. And I mean, obviously, we're at a very pivotal.
Oh, do we have DXY dumping at the same time?
Dumping. It is red, but it's not dumping the way that Bitcoin is pumping. And I think 27 and 28 hours ago, we had the same situation happen. We had a big, huge green candle and then a big, huge red candle. And they were able to wipe out a bunch of longs, and then they were able to wipe out a bunch of shorts. And that's what's going to happen again this time. We're going to see another big red candle bring everything right back down.
Yeah, they should have dumped pretty hard with the Bitcoin pump, but I'm looking, honestly, there's a key level to bring up the DXY right here. See, I'm in this big wedge, and I'm projecting that would be great. DXY gets above 105.63, it could pump up here. And again, Bitcoin could pump when the DXY pumps. I don't want to say they but 80% to 90% of the time, you're going to get that, that inverse relationship.
Right,
so
inverse, you're right. More like
we
90,
don't want,
you're right.
But again, I like that you said that because on that huge 7-minute right now, I see that huge pump. I should see red candles on the 7-minute.
Right, it doesn't match up with the DXY, and right now we are very highly coordinated.
Well, we are breaking key levels. I believe you'll see this. We'll probably go up. We're gonna bookmaps showing us liquidating shorts, but likely to come back to test this key area here of support 26,100. And that would be a really nice
2.5%. Like, what are we getting so excited about?
Rice, we've been boring that long. That's what happens in the depths of the bear market. But that's a good segue. Let's, I'm only going to talk about, I'd probably just punt the topic if it wasn't our thumb. And I think it's also our title. It's definitely our title. But Grayscale was revealed as the world's second largest Bitcoin whale, everybody. Number 1 is me. I'm sorry, it's CZ. It's Binance. It's not me. But blockchains lose. Yeah, number 2, Arkham Intelligence is their findings that we're sharing here. And they attributed $16 billion worth of Bitcoin just to one entity. They hold over 20 billion in crypto. That entity is Grayscale. In addition to 16 billion in Bitcoin, they have about 5 billion in Ether. They also have 2 alts I'm going to share at the end here. They don't hold it all in one wallet, though, folks. They don't have all the thousands upon thousands of Bitcoin all in one wallet, the billions in one wallet. You might ask yourself, well, how many wallets then? Oh, they have 2 then, right? More than that. 5, 10, a dozen, 2 dozen, 50? 1,750 wallets, folks. They're in almost 2,000 wallets. No wallet has more than 1,000 Bitcoin, so they have everything spread out. They also have over $1 million in 2 alts. You want to know those alts are? Of course, they have Ether. Of course, they have Bitcoin. The 2 alts, Chainlink and Polygon, folks. Yeah, a little link, a little Matic there. All right. Well, Lifer, you gave us great TA there. I just want to ask you, their portfolio is 75% Bitcoin, 25% Ether. We're not going to do the fraction of a percent. 75-25. For a big institution, does that seem like an ideal ratio?
See, a lot of people, I never want to be considered a Bitcoin maxi. I love altcoins and different things. I just always get nervous around the idea that ETH doesn't have a finite supply, right? That just, you know, again, maybe I'm crazy, right? And many people think I'm nuts. I know it's the most developed. I know, you know, it will become deflationary because so many people are going to use it. But look at right now, they're worried about Lido DAO taking over governance. That was news today because so many people are staking on Lido. Then if you take Lido and then get governance tokens on Lido, you actually can control the Ethereum mainnet. You get it? Right? So, you know, when you give up your speed to someone else, you know, I think that's great. I think they're super, super smart. That's long-term thinking here. You know what I mean? Bitcoin is a long-term, like the billionaire is going to walk in the room and he might buy a little ETH, but he's going to buy that Bitcoin. Like I know multi-millionaires, guys worth 100 mil, they're buying 20 mil worth of Bitcoin, you know, 4 mil worth of Ethereum. Like this, you know, when you've already made it, you don't need to risk that much. Bitcoin has that feeling, has the vibe, strongest network, biggest network, has held $1 trillion before. I think they're spot on with what they're doing. CZ's the man. You know, I follow along with what he's doing. I like Polygon. I hold Chainlink and Polygon. I hold them both. I think they're definitely good buys right now. Not financial advice, but these are great prices for both of those projects.
All right. Big shout out to Fibbo Nacho becoming a super sub for a second month now. Doug, 1,750 wallets. Would you consider that overkill? What do you think of their wallet strategy here?
Well, we have to realize most of this is on an exchange, right? It's in Coinbase, you know, like, and then my first thought is like, why would you ever put your money in an exchange, right? So then you think like, okay, what is the thinking here? They're like old school. This is all speculative traders. Most of them, like we mentioned earlier, right? That they're plebeians. They don't really understand. They're like just following the lead of all these investors. And so I guess they offset that by having a crazy million amount of wallets. Maybe they're thinking like, hey, you know, I'm on an exchange, but if I own 17,000 wallets, maybe I won't be hacked. Maybe I won't have like some kind of FTX situation come up. So I don't know. Every time we look back on Web 2 and see these investors and see these companies, you know, they're just looking for an opportunity to make money. They're going to put it in exchange to get a little bit extra money, and they're going to put you at risk, right? So maybe having those extra wallets is nice, but bro, turn your vape into a freaking ledger or something, man. Get smart. Do something with your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't just sit around and talk to your neighbor about like, oh, you know, I threw a little bit of crypto in this spot and blah, 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 and it's going to do great. Like, learn something, right? Come on this show, talk to people, DM people that you follow, learn something about crypto. Don't just sit back and be passive, right? That is what crypto and Web3 is all about. Like we talked about it earlier, it's about controlling your life, being a big boy, putting the big boy pants on, and being a real person.
Put the big boy pants on, get in the arena and try something. Now, you bring up a good point, but Coinbase, if I had to guess, maybe they have each account small enough to receive some sort of FDIC protection. Whereas if it was all one account with Coinbase, you know, probably with tons of subsidiaries. That's just my guess, folks. I don't know. All right, now, Rice, I want to ask you about the buried lead here. They hold 2 altcoins. It is Chainlink. It is Polygon. Even though it's a small amount, what are your thoughts about the choice of those 2 particular coins?
Particularly, I think it's a really good choice. I mean, we see Chainlink has more partnerships with anything than any other project in cryptocurrency. I mean, Chainlink is literally chain linked to everything. Yep. It's definitely, when it comes to the Oracle service and what we need with the communication between blockchains and the communication with the Web 2 environment, I think it's very important. And obviously, Chainlink is leading that. Sergey Nazarov, you know, a lot of people even suspect that he might be Satoshi. So there's a lot of interesting things happening with Chainlink. Polygon obviously have the main first mover advantage as a second layer protocol for Ethereum. And if they're going to be investing 25% and knowing Ethereum is having scaling issues, you're going to want to have something that's going to work around the scaling. And that obviously is Polygon. Now, I agree that they should have 75% Bitcoin versus having less Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, of the cryptocurrencies of the four that we're talking about, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, and Polygon, is the only one that really is a threat to the US dollar. And a lot of people are betting on Bitcoin becoming something more dominant than the US dollar and fiat money. So it makes sense. Also, to use, this kind of looks at things from a multi-perspective, and I'm playing devil's advocate. If you're an institution and you're trying to do things in a transparent way, you're going to use the legacy system. And Coinbase right now is that legacy kind of midpoint where they can utilize the institutional services. They're using, I think it's called the Coinbase Prime service. I'm not sure about the FDIC, but I would say that by them spreading out all their Bitcoin and not having anything more than 1,000 Bitcoin in any particular address, whether it's an exchange or a wallet they control, that shows that they actually are handling their business a lot better than that whale that we were talking about earlier that got hacked. That didn't verify anything and just blindly trust it. So I would much rather be overly cautious and have my stuff spread out. I would do that. So it might be a pain, but again, when it comes to being your own bank, you're going to have to take that full responsibility. And when he talks about people giving up convenience or giving up security for convenience, that's exactly what you're doing. So when you're dealing with having full good security, then it's going to be very inconvenient, and that's just part of how cryptocurrency works right now.
All right, I agree. I think it's also two strong altcoins, Matic and Chainlink. Speaking of Chainlink, shout out to Link2 investment platform. We're going to look into that. I'm going to try to get the Ripple Labs video out within the week, folks. If you want to invest and not be an accredited investor, but still have access to their investments, check out Link2. We have a link in the description. And speaking of links, we have a link for all the people below us. Doug Hype, you're getting a lot of love in the chat. You're going to get one more. I think it was Flip of Frank just subscribed to Doug Hype crypto channel for sure. So big love for Doug Hype in the chat. We love seeing it. +1 for Asian carbohydrate. I didn't know where that was going until I saw the rice bowl. That was a good one. But it looks like Rice ended up taking it home. I thought Lifer was going to have it with the charts. Maybe I hate the Patriots. I don't know. Let me know what you think the theory is. But Rice, you ended up taking it home. Bring the heat, baby. What do you got for a parting message?
All right. Well, thanks again for having me on. I want to encourage everybody to make sure they're following all the guests on the show. What I would definitely encourage you, if you are a subscriber to my channel, make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube has been playing this game on my channel all year. It's been negative growth. I've had a ton of people putting out some great content. I would love for you guys to check out the most recent interview that I did with Janice McAfee. And as I always like to say, I encourage you to make sure you get outside, touch grass, and I will be back here, same place, same time tomorrow.
Yeah, go into the links. Make sure you're subscribed. If you're watching right now, you see the little button a little bit over there. It says subscribe. Make sure you are subscribed. Let's get those numbers up, and let's show these people a little bit of love. Pop up in their video, maybe leave them a comment. Doug Hype, should you get a mullet? Doug, Rice, Crypto Lifer, I'll let you answer. Should Doug get a mullet?
A mullet or a really wicked, and I'm sure that the Boston man will appreciate the wicked.
What did you call a mullet? You had a name. There was a name for it. You had an alliterate. What was it? What'd you say, Doug? Can you hear me?
It was in regards to the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
It was a name. It was a something mullet. An
mullet militia crew.
I said a marmalade mullet, right? Because we bought a brief rap band. We can do work all day. That's what I'm saying. A marmalade mullet for to go match my lemonade Lamborghini, baby. You know
all right,
do it.
So let's do it in the chat right now. Let me know. Should I grow the mullet? Let's go.
All right, guys. Links are in the description. Go now. End it. Go.